Hey everybody, it's the Burger Dude, and today I want to show you how I make Takis Fried Jalapeño Poppers, and they're going to be totally vegan, totally delicious. So let's get it started. You're going to need, obviously, some jalapenos. Try and get some that are all about the same size. And what we're going to do is we're going to prep our jalapenos, and we're going to try and cut them lengthwise like this. And if you can, try and cut the stem in half like that. It's going to make your life a little bit easier, and it kind of just looks a little bit better. And then after that, we're going to take a spoon and just carve out the membranes and all the seeds, because that is the really spicy stuff. And if you have a sensitivity to this sort of stuff, you might want to use gloves for this. I didn't have any gloves handy. And you also want to make sure that you wash your hands thoroughly after, and make sure not to touch your eyes or your nether regions, or you're going to get a spicy surprise. So there we go. We got our jalapeno boats ready for filling. And once they're all cut up, let them rest on a plate like that. Meanwhile, we are going to put together our cheese filling. So we're going to start off with some vegan cream cheese. I got this stuff by Kite Hill that I like. And we're going to be using 12 ounces. So these are 8-ounce containers. So you got to use 1.5. You could also reduce the amount by 50% and just use one container if you want. And then next up, we're going to add a bunch of shredded cheese. This is the Daya cheese that I like. It's cheddar and the jalapeno Havarti, I believe is called. And then we're going to add some garlic salt. And go ahead and season this however you like. I'm going to also add some smoked paprika, but really you could customize this however you like. So give it a few shakes of smoked paprika, and then next we're going to just give this a good old mixin'. And this is pretty much like vegan crack. You can taste it if you want. I tasted it when I was done, but it was kind of pointless because I knew it was going to be frickin' phenomenal, and it was. I could honestly just eat it like that, but you know what? Let's be a little civilized, and let's take some and put it in a jalapeno like this. And you just want to fill it up. It's okay if you fill it up a little bit more so that there's a little bit of extra, but you don't want to go too much. Just make sure you smooth out all the little bits like that. As long as it looks like that, you're pretty good. So fill all those up, let them rest on a rack just like that. And next, we're going to get our dredging station together. So let's start off with some good old flour. And then next, we're going to give it a hit of a little bit more garlic salt, because I don't know, I just feel a little bit weird about unseasoned flour. And mix that together. And once you got all mixed, we're going to get our wet batter going. So we're going to start off with some unsweetened plant milk. Make sure you used unsweetened, otherwise it's going to taste a little weird. Try not to spill it like I did. Next up, we're going to add in a little bit of apple cider vinegar. And if you want to live on the edge like me, you can pour it over the bowl like that. I just wanted to show off just how stable my pour is. So get that mixed in. And then next, what we want to do is we want to get our dredging station all set up. And we're going to take our jalapeno. And this is where the stem comes in handy. See, now you can just use the stem. You don't got to get your fingers all wet. And then go ahead and let it go into the flour and give it a good old flour bath as well. And once you have all of your jalapenos coated, let them rest again on a wire rack. And now it's time to get the star of the show, the Takis, together. And of course, you could use breadcrumbs if you like, or any other chips. If you do use the Takis, just make sure you get the vegan kind. The Fuego that I'm using here are vegan, but most of them are not, so just be careful about that. And we're going to add them into a food processor, because last time I chopped up a bunch of chips, I did it with my meat tenderizer. And this is a lot faster, and I feel like it's a little bit more efficient. So if you do have a food processor, I recommend doing it this way. And just grind it up until you get it into a pretty good powder like that. And once it looks like that, you're ready to rock. So let's go ahead and get it into a bowl. And we're going to do the last step of our dredging. So get your Takis and get the rest of your vegan milk. And we're going to do the exact same thing as we did before with the jalapenos. Dip it in the milk a little bit, and then give it a nice, good old Takis bath like that. And once you got them all coated, let them rest on a wire rack to dry out a bit. And while that's going on, we're going to get a pot of oil or an electric deep fryer like I have here, up to about 350 to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. So once it looks like that, go ahead and give your Takis a little dip in there. And I just did one as a test because I wasn't sure if it was going to like explode with cheese, but it was totally fine. After about 2 or 3 minutes, they're going to be done. They're going to look like that. They will lose a little bit of their kind of red coloring, but that's all right. They're still delicious. And once they look like that, let them rest on a wire rack. And I let them rest, and I couldn't help myself. I just had to take a bite. I mean, look at that. Beautiful. Most delicious thing I've had in recent memory. And I was cooking about 3 of them at a time there. But obviously, if you have, a bigger pot, you could probably do more. But for my Fry Daddy, that was perfect. And there you go. They are resting on a wire rack till they're cool enough to eat. And once they are cool enough to eat, serving up with some ranch. But you know what? I didn't really need the ranch. They were so good, I didn't need any sort of condiments or anything. And here you go. I'm going to go ahead and break it apart so you can see what it looks like on the inside. And man, I got to tell you, the cream cheese and all that cheese in there, mixed with the Takis and the pepper, it's just out of this frickin' world. So delicious. And of course, since I am the burger dude, I do have to put these on top of a burger. And if you're thinking, come on, that's ridiculous. Takis Fried Jalapeño Poppers on a burger, I'm going to tell you it's ridiculous not to put them on a burger, because this was, without hyperbole, one of the best burgers I've ever eaten. Look at that. I mean, you got the jalapeno, you got the cheese, you got the Takis. It's just, it's unparalleled. You can't do better than this. So that being said, I really do hope you all make this recipe. I don't think you'll be sorry. And if you do, let me know how it goes. I hope you're all doing great, and I'll see you next week.